Hey, spring break, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite movies. And today it appears that my fever has ended, which is great, fantastic news. So today I'm going to talk about another movie that is nominated for Best International Picture in the Oscars this year. Which is, by the way, happening tomorrow night, the Oscar ceremony. I'm going to be watching it somehow. I don't know where, but I will somehow be able to watch it. But anyways, today I'm going to be talking about The Teacher's Lounge, or in German, it's called Das Lehrerzimmer. Das Lehrerzimmer. And it is directed by a Turkish-German director called Ilke Çatak. Again, I'm not looking at a script here. There's nothing. I'm going completely freestyle with this review. So I watched this film last night, and it is a German film about a teacher in an elementary/primary school who accuses someone of stealing. But that accusation sort of backfired, and it spiraled out of control, and it's just one really stressful movie where everyone in this school just starts hating on each other, fighting, accusing each other of things, and it's just one big clusterfuck is what happened. And honestly, when the movie started, I expected to not like this movie. I expected the movie to be mid. It is one of those European realist films where, you know the drill, shallow depth of field, shaky handheld camera, and it's also in 4:3 aspect ratio, so you're in on one of those really realistic, really human kind of European films. But I didn't expect this film to be very fun and ridiculous and stressful, which I think is the biggest selling point of this film for me, is that it is a very stressful experience, and I love stressful movies. I am a sucker for stressful movies, like Whiplash, Uncut Gems. I mean, The Teacher's Lounge is nowhere near as stressful as those movies, but still, I love a good stress fest, And I think, I really like how ridiculous this movie is. Obviously, it's not very realistic. One of the thoughts I have while watching the film is that this shit will never fly in East Asia, because the students, even though they seem like they're 8, 9-year-olds, they all act like they're 15, 16-year-olds. I think maybe there's a cultural difference. Maybe in Europe, kids are raised in a way more mature way, and kids are encouraged to, speak up against authorities and question the authorities, and kids are encouraged to, be individualistic, whereas in countries like in East Asia, and where I'm from in Hong Kong, this shit will never even happen. Like, everyone will just shut up and stay quiet and try not to get into trouble. But it's still believable. I believe that something like this can happen, but it's just very freaking ridiculous. Another thing is, even though I really like stressful movies, there's nothing all that profound about this movie. There's no real conclusion in this movie. It's just stressful from the beginning to end. That's it. It's actually really simple conceptually. There's nothing that complicated or deep. It's just one accusation leads to this, leads to that, and it's just snowballs and everything just goes out of control, and this is the whole movie. The performances are okay, the cinematography is competent, the editing is competent. There's nothing, in terms of technicality, there's nothing that really stands out to me. I, even though I enjoy this movie a good bit, part of me also thinks I wish the Turkish film About Dry Grasses is nominated instead of this one, because while About Dry Grasses is not as stressful, it explores a very, very similar concept. It's about a guy who works at an elementary/primary school who, again, has done something that spirals out of control and it sort of backfires against him. And I feel like that film is so much more subtle and nuanced and intelligently written than The Teacher's Lounge. So I somehow, ironically, the Turkish German director's German film also explores a similar theme as a Turkish film released from the same year, but the Turkish film is way better, but it's never gonna get nominated because it's long and it's abstract and the Oscars don't like that. And then in a lot of ways this film also reminds me of Shiva Baby because it's like this one stressful experience where the characters are sort of trapped in this school. In some ways this reminds me of Yaktın or The Hunt. So this film is not without its influences, or at least it's not without its derivatives. There are definitely many moments in this film where I think to myself, well, there's a better film that is about a similar thing, but done a little bit better. Except for Shiva Baby. I think I do like this film a little bit more than Shiva Baby. So yeah, overall, it's not a bad movie at all. I like this a little bit more than Io Capitano, and I think that's it. It's not bad, but yeah, again, if it's nominated for an Oscar, it's probably going to be something accessible, something that everyone can enjoy, unlike About Dry Grasses. So it's truly not bad. I'm feeling a strong 7 on this movie. So have you watched The Teacher's Lounge? Comments below, let me know, subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.